Oh my gosh, what'd I get? Oh, I got the Dala action figure from the No Dumb Idea podcast with full allergy articulation.
Allergy articulation?
Sneeze.
Oh my god, that's the
Yeah,
coolest
dude.
one, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, there's a little button on the
Thanks.
back. Here.
Well, yeah, let me push it.
Oh, mine's similar. I got the special edition GymleaderNate IBS figure. Mine, you just kind of squeeze the middle. And here, I'll show you. See? Pretty sick.
Oh my gosh, there's goo
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's got
Whoa.
interactive goo.
Yummy. It's tasty too. And what about you, Gibbledang? What did you get? What toy did you
I
get
got
today?
some Legos. Pretty cool. They're the Star Wars
Ooh.
Legos. They're it's the Death Star set. I want to say it's like I think it's like $1,000 and it's like 3,000 pieces. Yeah. And it even comes
Might
with a
as well
little.
have gotten a rock.
Wow.
It comes with a little Gibbledang minifigure. That's what I'm most excited about. Yeah. It
Ooh.
even has a little button on the back.
Hey, wait a minute. That's just Jar Jar Binks. I know you can confuse the two because they look very similar, but that is not. That's not Gibbledang. That's Jar Jar
Jar
Binks.
Jar Binks from the Phantom Menace. Did you not know that?
Okay. And
No Dumb Idea podcast toys sold separately. Yeah, sold separately. Batteries not included. Welcome, welcome.
Fist punches through the wall. Are you dumb?
Yeah, no girls
All
allowed.
right, who's in
Just
charge
kidding.
here? Who's
Only
in charge
girls.
of this
Rein
group
it in.
of fooligans?
It is I, Dala, and I'm joined by my co-hosts. If you guys like to actually get your introductions
It's
in.
Gibbledang here.
I'm Gibbledang. Oh,
Oh.
wow.
You got
One
two
of us is
Wow.
going to have
Two
to go
giggles.
home and change.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
Fine, I'll go home and change. I'm GymleaderNate.
Thank
And,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Like
For this episode, Nate will be played by Gibbledang, and
That's
vice
true.
versa.
That's
There's a
true.
little
I have some
insert in the
big
playbill.
shoes to fill. You know,
Yeah.
I think notoriously GymleaderNate
Right.
has 4 feet, and he's like 6'5" according to our
They're
last
all-
episode.
all my feet are size 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
they
all
say
of them.
about a guy with 4 feet? He's got
Gay.
2 dicks.
Oh.
Anyways.
Yeah, 20 toes. Yeah. Yeah. How's y'all's week going before we jump into our fun festivities?
Can I go first?
How y'all doing? Any?
Starting
yeah.
with today, and
Go
then I'm
ahead.
gonna work backwards. I swear to God, I'm gonna get hit by a
Okay.
fucking car. I am going to
What?
get hit by. I
Whoa.
think that's gonna be my undoing.
On purpose?
Is that no?
Because of
Hopefully not.
Your final
It's gonna
destination?
be on an on.
Yeah, collect them
well,
all.
I guess it's gonna be on accident. But holy shit!
Hopefully.
So my main means of like public transportation is skating, because everything happens to be in like perfect skating distance from me, and it's like a good way
Sure.
to keep up like cardio and exercise.
Mhm.
And just
Sure,
today
moving and stuff.
in particular, nobody was just watching the road, and like me as
Ooh.
the skater, I have to be vigilant because like I'm fucking around all these cars, and not to be like I'm more vigilant than they are, but obviously they're in a vehicle, so they have
Yeah.
that safety, and I don't get that luxury.
Gibbledang notoriously is a skater boy.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
he does say see you
And
later.
true.
notoriously
To the cars.
skateboards in the middle of the street and kind of swerves into cars like playing chicken. We're like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
That's true.
Plays chicken with cars.
I do play chicken with cars.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
But it's yeah, like 4 different cars today almost fucking hit me on my way home, and I'm just like, just look. They're doing the thing where they're trying to turn right, but they're only looking left. So they're turning
Mhm.
right,
Oh,
but they're
God.
looking left because, they got that. And I'm
I've-
just like, no, fucking turn.
Like, look right for like a second at least before. I've almost gotten hit walking the
Yeah,
dog like that,
exactly.
too. Yeah. It's fucking
Exactly.
stupid.
So, a lot of that today on my way
4
home.
times, jeez.
It was 4 times to the point where I was like, on my way home, like I was skating angrily. I was like fuming because I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking die today, and like I'm gonna look like the asshole. But I made it home safe.
The diet is
It was fucking dumb.
No, I'm glad. Yeah.
Um,
I was laughing because I imagine all 4 times were you just going a square in the same intersection.
Yeah, I caught up to the
Just
same
kept,
guy
like,
in the same corner.
You just
No, I don't
Yeah.
want to be that guy. But not to
Uh-huh.
victim blame or anything. But technically, when traveling by any means other than walking and you're on a sidewalk, you should be on the right side of the road moving with traffic, which means someone trying to turn left would look left and see you. However, when you move
But I
against
think-
traffic, it technically makes it so that you are not moving on an area where people joining traffic can see you.
Then that applies to
Yeah,
everybody. That
exactly.
applies to everybody, not just
And
every
nobody
pedestrian
does
on
it.
every single sidewalk.
Yeah, nobody ever does it. It's one of those things that is technically a rule, but not a single person on Earth has ever actually followed it, except for my dad.
They followed it. No, we have to wait. Little Nate.
Your dad was a cop, right?
That's the
Okay,
only
okay,
reason.
I
That's
just
the
wanted
to
only
know.
reason he knew. That's the
Uh,
only reason he knew about this obscure ass rule.
That's the only reason you knew of it too,
Uh-huh,
probably.
uh-huh,
Honestly,
uh-huh.
so.
Hey, but other than that,
Shit.
that was just today, kind of leading up to my week. We saw, I think the last time we caught up was Godzilla versus Kong, and that was fun. Unfortunately, right after that, I got super sick. There's just been like this flu going on back and forth, both at home, at work, and just I wasn't able to escape it. But yeah, this last week up until today, or up until like 2 days ago, I was kind of bedridden. I just spent my days asleep. Like I was probably awake for like 4 or 5 hours, like Monday, Tuesday.
Damn.
It was pretty gnarly.
Like 2 hours a day. Jeez.
No, each day.
Wow.
So like 10 hours.
Oh, okay. They're like total. I was
No.
like, damn, that's fucking gnarly for
Still,
sure.
But I've
yeah.
been taking like, oh my god,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff is gnarly. It's called XL3. Have you guys had XL3, this cough medicine?
No,
Holy
that
shit.
sounds...
Exactly, right? It works as good as it sounds. You guys should try it.
It sounds like what people make lean out of.
Yeah, I know, it was great.
Yeah, it probably is.
I felt a lot better. I feel a lot better. In that time, I was able to play. I've been on the X-Men kick because fucking X-Men 97 is out, and it's been a banger of a show. Just really good, consistent good episodes.
Just watched an episode today.
Yeah, so sick, so sick.
I'm like waiting for it to all be done for myself.
You
Don't wanna
should
just
keep
binge
up.
it all in one go. No, I'll just binge it.
Yeah, true.
What is it? Does it matter? Does it change? I was like,
It
what?
matters because we want to talk about it with you, and you're
Yeah.
uninformed.
Yeah, you are uninformed.
You could. That's fine.
Although you probably
That's
already
fine.
know the comics that it's all based off of. So
Yeah,
like,
true.
I was like, that's also probably true. Yeah. I mean, I think I've heard stuff and it's a bit different than yeah. But I'll get into it once I actually watch it.
But I, in the time that I was resting, I played X-Men Legends. If you guys played X-Men Legends, it's basically
I'm
the
playing it
Oh,
now.
nice. Though, like
precursor
one or
to
two.
it was a precursor to Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I actually beat 1 and now I'm playing 2. I'm playing like a ROM
Nice.
hack of 2 where someone like put all the PC characters that were on there and all the like there's only 2. They just like refurbished it,
everyone.
and, like,
Yeah.
made it better.
That's pretty sick.
I'm surprised they haven't like honestly like because they did Ultimate Alliance, but I'm surprised and 1 and 2 I think, but they haven't done that. I'm surprised.
Well, it was this.
The Legends
It was
series.
the same company. So it was the same company that just as they made the X-Men games, and then they got really popular, and they got the rights to more characters, and so they just pivoted to Avengers games. And then the last.
Alright.
I just because like I feel like the X-Men ones are better than Ultimate Alliance in my opinion. Because I remember playing the hell out of those as a kid and like enjoying them, and then The Ultimate Alliance was fun. I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't re-released it in like a box, like a set.
I think the only
collection.
one I haven't played is Ultimate Alliance 2. That's the one I need to play. That one's about
I
like the
remember when I
Civil
was
War.
a kid, I was like one of those kids who says like, "Oh my god, I love Goku from Fortnite," because like I was like, "Oh man."
As a kid, you say that.
Because as a kid, I said, "Oh man, I love Thor from Marvel Ultimate Alliance," because I had never known about Thor at all. Like there were no Thor movies. Like
But
I
that's
never
like-
read the comics.
yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know who this Thor guy is, but I think I'm in love with him.
But he's pretty cool.
He was sick.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But at least that's fair. But that's at least in the same property.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
still
like a
the same
crossover, technically, but yeah.
But other than that, anything else? No. I think that's it. That's probably it for my week, just trying to bounce back from being sick.
Nice.
What about y'all?
For me, nothing crazy, honestly. It's been a pretty normal week. Yeah, just trying to stay afloat and kind of like get back in the swing of things ever since coming back from that vacation with the wedding this last month. So it still feels like I'm like kind of catching up a little bit because I spent a lot of money. So just
I feel that.
yeah. So other than that, just chilling, having a great time. Did purchase a lot more Magic cards today for cheap. And this week in general, I got a collector
Nice.
booster and a Fallout commander deck. And that's very exciting. I've been looking forward to making an energy themed deck for a long time. And now I got one. And now it's going to be fucking sick.
Nice.
Sick.
We got to do the Thunder Junction pre-release next week. It's a week from today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am so excited for Thunder Junction. It's so hard to explain. God, it's gonna be so fun, and there's so many legendary creatures in it. So there's just a lot of juice that I can throw into commander decks and make use of.
I was gonna ask.
Or
No, you're fine. I was gonna
Oh.
ask when does like when there's new releases, when do they come out? Like, is it because I know video games is like what Tuesdays, movies are Thursday. Like, is
Fridays.
there a day for MTGs?
Yeah, Fridays typically.
Fridays.
So basically,
Makes
the way
sense.
it works is that the release day will be on a Friday, and then they will always have a
Mhm.
pre-release week that happens for the week leading up to that Friday. And so pre-release week starts on the previous
Okay.
Friday at midnight that
Yeah,
morning.
it's like
at
7
12:01 Friday morning.
Like a full 7 days.
And so
Mhm.
shops that run pre-release events, you can show up Thursday night, and then when it hits midnight Friday 12:01, you can play a pre-release event at the shop.
Mm.
And then once it's a pre-release event, if you're in there playing, if you're in shops playing pre-release events, you're also allowed to purchase the product a week early as well,
The
actual
cards.
packs and stuff.
Oh damn!
So your pre-release
That's the plan.
event will get you 6 packs in the kit that you
Mhm.
get when you start the event, but then being there for the pre-release just gets you the privilege of also buying the packs a week early, as opposed to like buying them online.
yeah,
And then Wednesdays is
Spent
always
your money earlier.
Yeah, and Wednesdays is always when it hits Magic Arena online. So it's like every time it comes out, it'll be like a Friday pre-release, and then you'll hit Wednesday, it'll come out on Arena, and then the Friday again,
Like
it'll
digital.
come out physically in stores like Target and stuff.
So yeah.
It's like direct market versus like general like standard market or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, with
So
comics,
there's
that's the way I think
there's a
of it.
week of like direct market where basically like the point of pre-releases is that they directly support gaming stores.
Support.
So
Yeah.
like and
Card
people
shops,
who
game
run the
shops.
events for Wizards of the
Oh, I
Coast, where
see.
it's like you're the people who run our events, so we give you one solid
Yeah.
week where only people can buy the cards from you. So
Hell yeah.
Comics do that, but what they do is like they do special covers and variant covers and stuff for the comic shops. Sometimes they get stuff early, but yeah, that's why I was like, oh, that's cool that they do that too. I mean, it makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of overlap, and yeah, that's
Very
cool.
exciting.
yeah. And then like when you get
Let
your
me know, I might be
pre-release
down
like,
to
kit,
join.
it'll have a specialty card in it that always has the date of the
Mhm.
pre-release stamped on it in like
Oh.
foil.
Damn.
So you always get a foil promo. So some of those can be worth a ton too if you happen to pull one of
Mhm.
the high value cards from the set as the pre-release foil. Then all of a sudden it'll like spike it up another huge amount and it'll make it even more expensive to
Yes.
collectors. How about you, Dala? That is my week.
Did you want to talk about hundreds of beavers?
That's right. I forgot about hundreds of beavers.
Yeah.
Oh man,
How could you?
I? Dala and
Yeah, how
I
dare you? No,
managed to catch a viewing of Hundreds of Beavers, a independently made film, comedy
film,
slapstick
yeah.
comedy, all shot in black and white with no lines. It's like a silent film kind of.
It's like minimal.
minimal
Yeah.
vocal lines. There's grunting and noises. And
it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon almost.
Exactly. Yeah, just honestly one of the most creative films I've seen in a long time, and just one of those things that like at times you're like just astounded by how good it looks, even though it's so simple of a design. Like it's almost they took a simple idea and they did it with such complexity that it was just crazy. Just this weird cartoony paper craft backgrounds and miniatures like look with like
it's interesting. It almost feels like it could be made by one person, but it's like so complex that it couldn't.
Yes, there's times where it feels very like Kung Pao Enter the Fist, where it's like this was like one guy's pet project and he had a very clear vision for this.
I love that.
It's just it's absolutely crazy how well, like how great of a story they tell and how well it's arced while using no dialogue. So
no, I one of my favorite things I remember after the movie telling you was just like I liked that it felt very much like a video game in some areas. It felt like we're learning the physics and like mechanics of the world along with the character, and they're consistent, like even though they're cartoony. It's real fun time. Like it's hour and 40 or something like that, but it's not boring at all. Like for that whole like every minute, it was just so.
We were
funny.
talking about how there was like a moment where like you realize like, damn, this is still going on. But rather than thinking like, wow, this is like dragging, it's more like thinking like, I've never seen this slapstick cartoon medium go on for such a long arced story. It was just like, wow, this is actually a whole saga. And
nice.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Also,
I
did
like highly recommend.
Oh, sorry.
Wish I could have been there. I was way too sick, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, man.
That's all right.
I hope there's another chance we can go see it, because I will see it again. It was beautiful.
Sounds really good.
I want to check out his other film too. Maybe we could do like a double feature someday or something.
Cool. That'd be real cool.
Like his other film. It's like a Lake Michigan Monster. It looks not as good,
Lake
but
Michigan, you say?
It looks fun. Yeah. Your favorite lake.
Yes.
Obviously.
My home water.
Yes, I grew up on the lake. I remember it well.
The great body of water from whence I came.
Where you crawled out
the
of
ocean.
You evolved from the lake. Yes,
I am the Lake Michigan monster. Actually,
ooh, it's just you in the
just like out there on a big floaty with a beer, like, hey.
Yeah, black and white.
He's magnificent.
No dialogue. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend Hundreds of Beavers, especially if you like Kung Pao, or like I think you were saying it's kind of like reminded you of Monty Python Holy Grail, which I'm like I could see that stuff like that.
Yeah, like the sections of Monty Python where it's like the book and the little animated people in the book when they tell those like cutaways or whatever, like those.
Yeah, I'm like, what's
very similar. There, you used the correct word, like when we were talking about that other
interstitials.
Yeah, I was like,
that was I was literally trying to remember. I was like, nice. Think of Late Night with the Devil. What is it? Yeah, interstitials.
Right, what about you, Dala? How about the rest of your week, other than Hundreds of Beavers?
Oh yeah, again, Hundreds of Beavers, great. I kept that train going, and I watched a Takashi Miike film, who's a Japanese director. The film's called First Love. I love Takashi Miike. He's one of my favorite Japanese directors. He did Audition, One Missed Call, Happiness of the Kurakaris, Ishi the Killer. There's probably some of his
Happiness of the Kurakaris is
well
crazy.
Known. That one's a good one too. That's a good one to. It's similar to Hundreds of
Adels
Beavers.
Talked about that one, right?
In like the comedy sense. Oh, from podcast? I think he has. I think he posted about it.
He likes that one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, HR.
I have not heard of these movies. I do not know a lot of the obscure ones.
Uncultured.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's fine. Which is funny because I named his like most popular. They're still a little bit obscure though. I'll give you that. But yeah, he's a Japanese director. First Love came out in like 2019, I think, and it's like feels like a Coen Brothers like crime movie. The premise is basically, what is it? There's like a There's a Yakuza guy that's like working with a corrupt cop to steal drugs from this couple that are part of the Yakuza, and the couple has like basically like a human a trafficked human basically that they have kidnapped. And so the people are the Yakuza and the cop are like, we'll take the money, we'll have her like leave and like hide her, and then they'll blame her for the thing. So while the cop is like escorting her like to like hide her away, a boxer kind of accidentally like basically knocks out the cop and takes the girl with like, not like, he's just, because she's running scared, and he punches the guy like, oh, I just saw you running scared, so I knocked out the cop, and not knowing it was a cop. And then like the girl's like, come on, like let's go, and so they run off with the money. And so it's just like step by step of like it's one of those things. Oh, and the funniest part is that so the Yakuza guy goes to like steal the drugs. He has a taser, and he's gonna tase like the guys he's like entering the house to get in the house. And as he goes to taser, his hand hits the doorknob, and so he can't taser the guy. And the guy's like turns around, he's like, what, can she? Or like whatever. He's like what the hell? He's like, And so it's like fuck ups after fuck ups, and like misunderstandings, and like trying to follow like where like this like where people are. It's fun. It's a goofy one. It's definitely like Takashi Miike. He does like a lot of goofy shit sometimes.
Is it one of those?
It's like on that
like
end.
It takes place in one night or the same day or
Probably.
Yeah,
I
like
could
date
see
night,
it like in a day or two.
Steve Carell.
I like those kinds of
Yeah.
movies.
That's like same
Yeah.
universe. It's fun. It's goofy. I'm not explaining it as well as it probably could, honestly, because it's been a minute since I've seen it.
There's
I
a
was a
Martin
little lost, but it's
Scorsese.
okay.
There's a Martin Scorsese movie, like one of his early ones before he started making the same thing over and over and over and over again.
After Hours?
Where it's basically like
I've been wanting to check that
a
out.
guy goes on a date, but like he fucks up on the date and he like pisses her off, and then he goes to her house, and then he gets locked out the apartment, and it's like one of those like consecutively the night starts to escalate and get worse and worse.
Yeah.
But he's just like at the end he's basically like,
It's
I just
like-
want to go home at this point, like, oh fuck. But it's like he's
Yeah, I
being
get it.
chased.
like Trapped in the Trapped in the Closet by R. Kelly, like
trapped.
that.
Oh god, I'm trapped in this Kelly.
Trapped in
Exactly.
the Kelly.
Help.
That's the real life story.
I don't think you want to be trapped.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think you want that. No, that's very much how the boxer is too. He's like, I just like punched a guy that I thought was a creep, and like now I'm in like this big. Oh, and also the triads after the Yakuza, who are after the girl with the. So it's
I love
like
that.
everyone's after everyone. It gets a little cartoony and like not like crazy cartoony, but like yeah, that's why I'm like I would recommend it. It's a fun one. Surprise! Like I had low expectations, so I was like, oh, this is actually pretty damn
It sounds
fun.
fun. I like those stories.
The other two more things really is I finished Mr. Miracle by Tom King, Thomason Kingeson.
Thomas King.
It's pretty good. It's cool.
Kangaroo.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
I was gonna say I like read it because like I know how much. I think you've let me borrow it once. I just never got around to it, and then I like just ended up picking it up. I like the art a lot. The story's pretty good. It's funny at parts. Like yeah, I don't want to spoil I guess anything really too much about it, to be honest, but I'd recommend it. It's a very grounded like ish story with like these like super galactic gods, but then there's like scenes where they're eating like a tray of vegetables, and like because they like two of them have an apartment on Earth, and it's very much like a slice of
So
life.
good.
There's some depressing parts.
Okay.
Yeah, some existential.
Okay.
It's cool.
So if I could say like the basic, because I love this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Darkseid, who's like this big fucking DC villain, and then
Right.
Dark Side.
there's the High Father, who's like the kind of good equivalent, basically, and they're both on
Okay.
these like,
Hmm.
and I'm dumbing it down big time, but they're both on these like constantly warring planets.
Big planet fight big men. No, just kidding. I'm dumbing it down for the audience more. Just kidding.
That's helping.
And
That's helping.
yeah, it's helping big time. And so fucking where was I? Okay, yeah. So there's two planets. They're constantly warring. And eventually they're like, oh, okay, you know what? Let's have this truce. We'll stop warring. We'll trade our first sons so that we'll raise each other's first sons. And the person who is scot-free, who is Mr. Miracle, is basically raised by the villains, by Darkseid. And he's raised like in just through torture and pain and this like misery, and to become this like ultimate warrior at the same time. But he constantly is finding ways to escape all of his traps, and eventually he ends up falling in.
He's an escape
artist. Eventually he ends up falling in love with one of the warriors there, the fucking Furies or whatever, who's a giant muscular woman.
Classic.
And Mr. Miracle's a short king.
No wonder you love the story.
And basically they escape to Earth. They kind of get like famous from there, but what's it called? Mr. Miracle. The story basically starts with like, oh, Mr. Miracle can escape anything. And he tells everybody that like, oh, I'm gonna try to escape death, but really he just tries to kill himself just because like he's depressed, and he's like super depressed. He's got like you know, since he's constantly in the limelight, he's always like, oh yeah, that it was just another stunt. It was me trying to like, you know, escape the biggest thing of all, you know, death. And like they constantly pose this question where it's like, oh well, did you? And then he's like, did I what? And then it's like that's like the whole.
Yeah.
It's like, did he escape death? Oh, it's so good.
That's like it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I picked up his. I ordered his some other stories by Tom King because I'm really like excited to like get into more of his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Last thing I just wanted to touch upon is like I literally before this I picked up it was on sale, Bolt Gun. Have you heard about this game?
Bolt Gun? No.
Maybe Bolt Gun. Maybe you've heard of the game. The full title, 40K Bolt Gun. It's a boomer shooter with 40K.
Okay.
What
like
are these
the
words you're
RPG
using?
characters.
Boomer shooter?
Oh. 40K as in Warhammer.
It's a boomer shooter. For Warhammer 40K Bolt Gun is what the name of the game.
Oh,
It's a Doom clone or a Quake clone.
Okay.
It's like a boomer shooter.
No, 40K. I don't know what like.
I
I don't.
Yeah, so I was like, I forgot the Warhammer part was like part of the name
Because I just
too.
thought like resolution or something.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
4K?
Whoa, 40K?
Yeah, 4K.
Whoa, 4D,000.
Damn, you got a lot of. How many
big's
more
your
did he get?
TV?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But I get okay.
That's what that means, right? Yeah, sorry. No, and it's just funny because like I was talking to Viv at the game shop when we went before the movie, GymleaderNate, about how I was like, Warhammer's so cool looking, but I don't think I'll ever get into it. And then sure enough, I bought this game because I'm like, I do like me a boomer shooter, like the Doom clones, and it's been pretty sick. It's
Nice.
cool.
When did it come out?
It's like if you like Doom, probably this year, maybe last.
Oh.
You're playing.
It's like
playing as
brand
a
new.
space marine, I'm assuming.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's so interesting because it's like, so you're playing as that, you're fighting a bunch of I don't know everyone's names yet. Honestly, I haven't been introduced.
Tyranids.
It does show like names on top. I just haven't memorized. But yeah,
The Borgons.
it's the one thing that's kind of annoying is like walking around, you hear clomping of your feet all the time. So it's just dish, 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 dish. And then it's pretty cool that you can taunt. If you push X on my controls, I mapped it to X. You taunt, and he's like, I'm with God, and I'm here to fucking cleanse you guys. And then like your armor is called what's it called? Fuck, it's like consult. Or no, not consult. It's like constitute. Constitute is your armor instead of like armor to protect you. And like it's so fucking. It's fun. It's a good one.
Nice.
This is my in, unfortunately. I guess
Why not?
I'm getting sucked
Hey,
in.
well, what's it called?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is gonna be making the
True.
show,
Cinematic,
so
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's good reason.
I gave Mr. Cavill my like $12 just straight out of my pocket into his, and I was like, "Thanks for the bolt gun." This
Now I
game's
wanna
fun.
see-
Mr. Cavill.
But
Now I want to see you in an
Yeah.
armor where like your head looks like a peanut. You know what I mean? Where you're just
just like yeah,
his
just
shoulders
little ass.
like up to here and shit. Like, dude.
Honestly, that's not far off from like what the cosplays I've seen. Yeah. Dude, fucking at the game. So we went to a game shop before the movie. We were looking at some figures because they have some 40K figures, and I guess their Titans are fucking because they were like ratio to the minifigs, which are like maybe like a few
They're
centimeters,
like this
even like half an inch.
No shit.
And the Titans are like, several
Yeah.
feet, like two or 3 feet tall compared.
Gods
to
are
Jesus
gods
Christ. That's
gods
cool.
in 40K. They don't.
Yeah.
They do not mess around. They're like, no, these are
Oh.
dimension warping beings of reality.
Yeah, it was cool, but yeah. So I'm just gonna try to beat that.
Switch on Chargertron, robots like you've never seen. Switch.
But, speaking of little minifigures and stuff, why don't we transition to our topic for today, which, I feel like one thing we haven't really touched upon too much that I felt like would be a good topic is toys and figures and stuff like that.
Ooh, okay.
So before we, and I did put together a bracket to figure out what is the best toy from a collection of 40 different toys and toy-like
40K
items, I guess.
Now I see.
I will say I'm also excited for the movie Problemista with Julio Torres.
Oh
He's
yeah,
the guy from Ella Spookies. It's a movie with like Tilda Swinton and Julio Torres. And Julio's it's a movie about, he wants to be a toy maker. He comes to America from El Salvador. But his green card's like expiring, so he has to work with Tilda Swinton, who's like this like high class artsy fartsy Karen. And it's out I think this week, so I'm like, all right, I want to check it out.
it looks really imaginative and creative. I think he directed.
Oh, yeah, Julio Torres stuff is.
I don't know if he directed it.
He wrote it, and I don't know if he directed, but I know he wrote it. He's starring in it. Yeah, he's funny. His stand-up special, Shapes, I think it's called, is really funny. Los Spookies, the show is really great.
Sorry, there's a clip I saw where he's promoting that movie, and he's showing like a toy that he made for that movie. He's like, oh, this is a Cabbage Patch Kid, but she has a iPhone, and on the iPhone you could show like bad news that you don't know how to tell your children. And the host was like, okay, like, who's the audience? Who's this audience for? And he's just like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't worry myself about that kind of thing. I'm like, oh my god,
I just made the toy.
Oh, he's so good. That's great. Holy shit.
Good God.
Yeah, I before we jumped into our bracket, I did want to kind of go over a little, check-in
Oh,
discussion. I was wondering, what are some of y'all's favorite toys, either from like your childhood or like currently, like things that you're like, I want to get this or that? I mean, I know one was like the Dungeons and Dragons Lego set mentioned like last episode or so. I think that's the one that Gibbledang has been just like cartoon eyes bug out, jaw drop floor, tongue roll out.
True, I was pining for the Lego D&D set until I found out that it was like $380.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
sheesh.
yeah, definitely
That's
not
a
worth
lot.
it. Yeah. I guess if I could go first, I loved toys growing up, and the older I got, the more it was like it became like action figures and then collectibles. But like early on, I was definitely a Lego kid. Bionicles were my shit, putting things together like that.
Nice.
But even then, I would just I know I was a kid and I would buy like random toys, but I remember another thing I would always collect were tech deck dudes. Tech deck dudes were my favorite. I fucking loved those
finger
guys.
people?
Yeah.
The thumb
The
guys.
thumb people,
yeah.
the thumb guys, yeah. Oh my god, they were
Dude,
so
they wore
fucking
cool
ugly.
From
shoes
Spy
and
Kids
backwards
2.
hats.
Yeah, okay, so they started off as thumb people, but then like a couple years in, they just made them
Like smooth
thumb shape people. Like they weren't thumbs anymore. They were just like
They're just like
angry
bean
looking.
shaped.
Yeah, they were bean people.
Yeah, they just got rid of the nail.
Yeah,
and,
but yeah,
like,
for real.
any of the like wrinkles or something.
There was that. The big thing that I've been collecting almost like fucking all my life has been Mini-Mates. I've talked about that. Like,
Yeah.
shit, what is it? I think like for 18 years now, I've been collecting it. Collecting them,
Wow.
customizing them. My hobby can now vote. My hobby can
Yeah.
well, I was gonna say buy cigarettes, but not anymore. Goddamn, that shows how old I am.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fine. Your hobby doesn't need to be smoking. Okay.
yeah. But like looking up at the stuff I have now, honestly, I feel like the older I got, like in my mid-20s, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna start buying like action figure kind of collectibles, like Marvel. No, I don't even have Marvel Legends, but like, the fully articulated, not block figures. What's the
Like
fuck,
NECA figures.
NECA. That's like NECA is a really good example.
Yeah.
But yeah, look.
Yeah, so you got me into those, honestly. Like in recent
Yeah, those
times.
are. I think I might have gotten you your first one when I moved up here. Funny enough,
I
What
think so,
exactly got
yeah.
NECA figures?
Bit.
the brand.
It's like these action. Yeah, it's an action figure that's like fully like
Like posable.
It's a company that makes they get like every license. The fucking Pan's Labyrinth figure I gave you.
So
is
Ooh, I'm looking at
NECA.
it now.
yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. But yeah, looking up, basically looking at my shelf right now, I got Lego, I got Minimates, I got some NECA figures, and I think the last thing that, the last figure type that I buy, I rarely get them, I only have like 3 of them up here. They are the Kotobukiya Japanese, you snap them out of the tray, and then you like, they're like the buildable Lego...
The models.
Yeah, the models. That model action figures.
Oh, nice.
Those are nice. And they actually got a new Mega Man one out. Oh, I might get that.
Ooh,
That's pretty
What?
sick.
nice. What about you, Gym Leader Nate? What are some of
Well-
your favorite toys from your childhood or currently or
Well,
anything?
obviously, I wasn't as much of a figures or toy person when I was growing up. I was much more into the cards and as my collectible of choice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, does that count?
I mean, technically, it is a toy. I mean, it's in Toys R Us in the toy section. Like,
I saw lists that were like Super Nintendo Genesises and stuff. I didn't put any of those in my list, I will say, because I felt like those would just trump everything if it's a Sega
like a
or like a
Nintendo
MTG
64,
deck.
like,
Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather have that than a Barbie. So I didn't include any, but they do count, I guess, to an
yeah, but I did, go through phases growing up with different toys that I liked. By far, when I was a kid, my all-time favorite toys that I still have a couple of these tucked away. I think they're actually still at my parents' house on accident, but
an accident.
and
Fuck.
they were the Power Rangers toys. Really love the Power Rangers,
Nice.
not the Rangers themselves, the Zords, specifically the Mega
Oh, yeah.
Zords, where you got 5
Robot
of them
mechs.
and then you could combine them to create the Megazord. Those I went
5.
crazy for. Like basically those and Transformers. Those were the 2 action figure-esque toys that I was huge on because I just loved that they did something. I loved that you could transform them and you could do something with them. And it was super fun. I feel like my parents never did like Legos or anything because they would never buy me anything that had a bunch of small pieces. They didn't let me have that because I wouldn't clean up. So they just
okay.
I was
I
not
was
like good at picking up after myself, so they're like, we're not buying you
Makes
Legos,
sense.
and
Yeah, I'm not gonna just buy things to step on all day,
Exactly.
like
so
and hurt myself.
Got something in my eye. Sorry.
It's a Lego. There you go.
I was
There your dad was
literally
right.
about to say, God damn it.
But yeah, Transformers, Power Rangers, Megazords, and
It's like robots.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It was generally kind of robot stuff. Like I definitely liked that more. That's pretty much it. I did obviously do some brief forays into action figure wrestlers. I liked those, especially when you can buy the the ring where they could like fight each other in the ring. Got that one year for Christmas. Super tight. And
Nice.
I was so pumped up because I got The Rock and he was my favorite wrestler. The final worthy
My mom's
mention
favorite
was
wrestler.
Connects. Because instead of Legos,
Oh, nice.
what my
Yeah.
parents would do is my dad would buy us one of the really big, like 5 or 6 foot tall Connects roller coaster or Ferris wheel
Roller
or
coaster.
something.
Yeah.
Or like ball shooting
Nice.
apparatus or racer thing, and we would build it on
like
Christmas
tracks.
Day, and we would set it all up, let it run, and I would be able to play with it for a couple days, and then we would take it all down, put it in the box, and it would never get built again.
Of course, that's how
oh,
half the toys I had
I remember
too.
building those as a kid, and like I remember you would have to bend them sometimes, and they would fucking come back and smack you on the hand. That shit sucked.
It was
man.
so funny when they started making the bendable ones, and then like my dad several times when we were trying to make it, we would be like, "This doesn't quite work. It must be one of the bendable ones," and he would like bend it and put this big stress band into it, and he's like,
Yeah, you say it.
"There, yeah," and he's like, "There we go," and it's like, "That's
Got
okay,
it.
Dad."
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I guess you did buy this for me, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, my dad's version of stubbornness is always so funny to me because he's so convinced that he's right is that like nothing will stop him from what he's about to do. Like it's so great.
Yeah, no, that's all. Yeah, fair. I feel that. But yeah, all right. You gents ready to jump
bracket?
into the bracket?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess while So I do have some visuals for the first round to kind of help support in case there's any toys I collected on this list that you like neither of you all have seen or one of y'all haven't seen.
Appreciate that.
And I guess while I do this, I will just real quickly say that, you know, for me it was like action figures for the most part. Once I got like a game console, I stopped collecting toys and the like, personally. But then I got into it again recently, like I said, with Gibbledang got me a NECA figure of Xenomorph, and I love Xenomorph and Predator and all that, so, you know, it was a pretty steep hill, because then there's like, oh, there's Jason, there's Freddy, there's like other characters like, you know? Yeah. And I did buy, actually, like, when I graduated college, I did buy myself the Lego Daily Bugle as like a gift to myself, which was a fun thing to build. It's cool. It's fun. I like it. And I've been every now and then I'll buy other Spider-Man sets to try to expand, add like other minifigs to it. All right, so for the bracket, just like the last time I did the bracket, you know, a couple rules I want to go over real quick is players must agree or else I choose my least favorite. So there must be a consensus between the two of y'all.
Okay.
I have included 2 new things though for this game. Each player gets 2 abilities, one each. The first one's gonna be called Mytel, aka Mattel.
Okay.
When a player uses this ability, they get to select from the current pair on their own. So like, I'm gonna hog these 2, and I get to choose which one moves on. The second one is Has Been, aka Hasbro. The player selects a toy that was previously not selected. It's kind of like pulling from the graveyard and replaces one in the current pair.
Okay, that's fun.
Neither ability can be used in the last round. So like when it's 1-on-1, that last round can't be used. So whenever y'all are ready, any explanations for Mytel, Has Been?
No, I understand. I understand completely.
And so
I'm ready.
You each get 1 each of Mytel and Has Been. So,
Gotcha.
all right, we'll begin with our first one. So first options, we have the Godzilla X Kong toys.
Okay.
I use some pictures,
Those are
some
the ones, I
examples.
guess.
We have some that are,
Okay.
and we have the Lego Life on Mars line.
Oh, Life on Mars. Are you kidding me? Life on Mars. Leagues ahead.
So the Life on Mars comes particularly with this, you probably see here, this little green alien like guy that was also recycled for the Star Wars droids.
Amazing.
Godzilla, X Kong, you know, we have all the characters you love. We got Shimu, Suko, we got Godzilla with an RC.
Looking at the Godzilla Kong toys, they look kind of, I don't know, these look more like
they're so
kind of
bland.
low effort, bland, like McDonald's toys almost,
like especially Scar King, if you've seen it, like he's supposed to have these red tribal markings, like it's just thick red, like a strip of paint, like it just looks terrible. Like I get their toys, like their kids' toys, but no effort.
Shimu looks like a weird camel.
So we're continuing with the Lego Life on Mars.
Look at those. Look at the mech, the
so interesting.
mover, absolutely.
I think I might have seen a video about these where like that little green guy that you got up there, that specific color of like, I don't know, aquamarine or whatever.
I think I saw that too. It was like,
it's never been printed before.
Really?
Since it's like the only time this color has been used. Yeah, I saw that video too. All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Funny.
Next one, we have Jurassic Park toys. I'll also lump in Jurassic World. You know, you have your Dennis Nedgerys that don't look anything like how he's supposed to. Dinosaurs, obviously. And then we have the Kenner Star Wars line. And that'll include the reproductions of these too.
It's Kenner all the way.
This sucks because this honestly sucks because I would have to give it to Kenner most likely. But me personally, like, I never collected the Star Wars action figures, not a single one. Whereas the Jurassic Park, I had lots of dinosaurs. And, like, I had this one Tyrannosaurus Jurassic Park remote control dinosaur where he would, like, stomp around and you could get him to roar and, like, pick stuff up with his mouth. Like, and then they made like this like rubbery, like leathery skin that was over him so that his like texture was like felt lizardy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we did. We're agreeing with Star Wars.
I'm agreeing it's gonna be like, because we're talking about toys in general.
Okay.
And Kenner Star Wars action figures are literally one of the most important toy lines to release in the West.
Jurassic Park's up there though too. Jurassic Park is up there though too with like importance. But sorry, dinosaurs. I guess you're extinct early.
I'm sorry, Jurassic Park. I truly feel bad about it.
No worries. They'll haunt you in your dreams. Don't worry. So our next round we have Beanie Babies, the rage of the '90s,
Classic.
and Cabbage Patch Kids, the rage of the '80s.
Baby babies. Cabbage Patch Kids are so gross. They're so gross. I'm sorry.
Baby
The Cabbage Patch
babies,
Kids,
yeah.
when I see
The
their
one on the left
faces,
looks like a
it
Nazi or
does.
something.
Honestly,
Honestly,
they all look terrible. They
This
look
one.
like aliens that like want to capture your soul. I don't like how they look. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
babies.
So we're going
I coulda-
with the look
I
at those
could have
eyes.
mentioned Beanie Babies. Me and my sisters had a lot of Beanie Babies, and I'm talking
Oh,
gallon
yeah.
trash bags full in the
Yeah,
attic.
sisters.
When we finally we're done with them.
Mhm.
Just sister things. What was it? Meat Canyon did a good video about Cabbage Patch
Cabbage
Kids
Patch.
and how
I saw.
basically in the 70s they're kind of what instigated the whole like buying culture and like, oh my god, I have to buy it because it's like exclusive, and oh my god, there's only one of a kind of this and that, and like resell and shit like that. Cabbage Patch was the kind of the first instance of like that
Right.
popping
So
off.
Cabbage Patch was the
Yeah.
start of the worst part of collecting. Of collectibles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
basically.
So goodbye,
Definitely
babies.
death
Hello,
to Cabbage
beanies.
Patch Kids here. Flush that one down the toilet.
All right, we got one baby moving on. That's the beanie
The
type
beanie
variety.
absolutely.
All right. We have next one. Beyblades. Radical. Sick. Spin
Man,
that shit.
We're bringing heat.
Yeah. And actually, funny enough, the next one is Tech Decks with Dude. So I'm including the dude.
Oh my god, that's
What?
tough. Oh my god, there's Fu Man Finger. I had him.
You had food.
Yo! And then the test dummy, I had him too, dude. I'm gonna have to
The
go
test
with the
dummy.
Tech Deck dudes. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
Ooh.
I gotta say Beyblades. Beyblades had a whole show. It's Beyblades. Come on.
Dude, they're Tech Deck
True,
dudes.
true.
They're still
Beyblades
around.
are still around.
Well, Tech
Beyblades are
Decks.
still around.
Yeah,
Still
Beyblades
have
are
new
still there.
Beyblades and a new Beyblade show.
Tech Deck's having a resurgence.
So is Beyblades.
Yeah.
Eh.
So are we? Is there any consensus? Do I pick
I'm
my?
hold firm on this. We're gonna have to send this one to Dala because I gotta hold firm on Beyblades.
All right.
Dala.
And don't forget, you do have your abilities too.
I'm gonna
But
save those.
I will
I'm gonna save
take-
those.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Save those to the
I-
very last round.
Can't be the last.
The
round.
second to very last. Yeah, second to very last. At the
Okay.
very. It's just stealing back and forth.
Yeah.
So I will
It's like, oh, you didn't
say,
think this one out, Dala.
yeah. Yeah,
I had
no, I
that
did.
punk
Whoever,
too, actually.
So I will say, because I have to pick the one I like the least, or I guess in this scenario, it's more so the one I had the least experience with. And I'm going to have to say Beyblades moves on in this round because I liked Tech Decks and I had some as a kid.
Good.
So,
I'm
unfortunately-
glad you experienced Beyblades all for me.
I have.
gonna
Since
have to look
adulthood, I
these
have
guys up.
once or twice, but that's like not as a
Man, I
childhood
had the
nostalgia.
double. I had
you know?
the double shooter, so that you could put two Beyblades on
Uh-huh.
it, and you could just fight them by yourself, and you could just rip them both at once. It's fire.
Nice. They're fun. I've done them once. They're fine. All right. So we have Batman animated series toys versus.
I had those. I was
Hot
collecting
Wheels.
those for a minute.
Oh, man. Sorry.
So we have
Batman, the
cars.
animated
No,
series.
Hot Wheels, 100% Hot Wheels. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Are you
Ooh.
kidding me?
Already a
Amongst-
second one.
Amongst toys
see,
in
the
general,
collector in
you're gonna
me-
pick one specific TV show's
You're
toy
putting
brand
toy-
against Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
With tracks,
Decades,
I will also
decades
add.
of
Okay.
bangers
Okay.
from Hot Wheels. Decades.
Decades of even more decades from Batman. Batman's older.
Then
and
Hot
Batman has
Wheels?
the coolest Hot Wheel of all.
Well, this is
yeah.
Batman the animated series
From which
specifically.
year?
Like if there is a
When was the animated series running?
But still, we're talking about So does that mean that we're talking about these figures in
Yes,
particular?
the ones
These
from that
ones.
show.
this toy line.
That shows
Just
figures.
Those.
This shows
So
figures.
that
Yeah.
toy. Okay.
That
then
toy
Hot
line.
Yeah,
Wheels,
against
I guess.
all of Hot
Okay.
Wheels.
So yeah, because I was like, I wanted to nerf Batman a little bit. Oh, so we're doing Hot Wheels though then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% Hot
All right.
Wheels. I'm gonna go on record.
So-
I'd still say Hot Wheels, even if it was all Batman figurines on the other side.
Nah, I'm going
Oh.
Batman.
Fair.
If it was all Batman figures and not just those ones, it'd be
Mm-hmm.
Batman, no problem.
Sure. Yeah, that's why I'm
Batman
like
for
some of these.
sure.
That's why I did Kenner Star Wars and not just like Star Wars Legend, Marvel Legend, or Hasbro. I wanted to kind of. Some of them are particular lines. Some of them are a little bit more
Kind of
general.
could have done that with a lot
it
of
just
with Hot
depends.
Wheels too. Honestly, I just, like there's a lot of different
Probably.
varieties
Yeah.
of Hot Wheels lines too.
True. To be fair, Gibbledang, there are Batman Hot Wheels, so those are still in contender.
Yes, there
contenders
are.
in this.
Honestly, I will say the Batmobile Hot
Chicken
Wheels. I had
tenders.
3 different
Let's-
Batmobiles in Hot Wheel forms, and they all look amazing.
There was a period where I wanted to collect them all, and I was like, no, let me just stop. Let me just not do that, because it's a steep slope. It's a steep slope. All right, our next pair. This is going to be a fun one. We have soccer balls.
Oh,
Your
like-
fun, like
Is
soccer
that a
ball.
toy?
I mean, I guess it's a toy. Yeah.
Do you use toys in
The
sports?
ball itself.
Yeah, it's a ball.
Come on.
So does that mean like the
Versus-
does that mean, like, the
Versus
king
what?
from chess is also on here?
Pogs.
Oh, I mean that's easy.
Pogs versus a
Fucking-
soccer ball.
That shouldn't even be in there. The soccer ball shouldn't fucking be in
All
there.
right, so we'll vote it out.
Oh, so you can't play with
We'll
a
vote it
soccer
out.
ball?
I agree. The soccer ball.
That's not a
It's not a toy.
toy.
The Pogs are a toy, so Pogs moves on.
Oh wait, okay.
I
So
say yeah.
Pogs.
cards, MTG cards are a toy, and a Super Nintendo's a toy, but a soccer ball is it? I'm like, what?
No, I think we were on the level that MTG and
Would also not
games
be on
weren't
this
toys.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying they
because
weren't. I thought you guys said.
clearly
I'm
they're
pretty
not
sure. you all
toys.
said that they
No,
Like a
were.
ball.
we're saying we would say
A ball
technically
counts.
they are, but also like if we're not including them
Yeah.
in this list, then ball doesn't go on this list either.
A ball? Like not even a regular ball? I don't know. Listeners,
No, it's
message
not a
me.
toy.
Let me know. Are
Alright.
balls toys?
Here's a basketball hoop. How do you love this toy?
You
That
can
should
play
be
with
the
it.
title of the episode. Cleats.
You can play with
You put these on your feet and you run around. It's a fun toy.
It's like here's
So, do we choose Pogs
Here's the
or
thing,
soccer
it's
ball?
like-
I'm sorry. I'm just, like, which is moving
choosing
forward?
Pogs. If nothing else, for the reason that
Okay.
you need Pogs to
Uh-huh,
you need Pogs to play Pogs, right?
Sure.
You can. People have
You need a
played
soccer
soccer
ball.
with not soccer balls. You can use other balls and other
Sure.
things. You know what I mean? The soccer ball is not really the most important part of the game. The rules in the game is the most important
Uh-huh.
part. Whereas like Pogs, it's like you need the Pogs. They're the toy.
I would argue you
I
could
don't
do
know,
the
I
same
f-
with the Pogs, though.
I
You
think
could
that's the
just
same
make your
thing
own
with the Pogs. Yeah.
Pogs or make your own.
What's the next
action
one?
figures.
I think we've all
I
kind
don't-
of established that it's Pogs. So
Anyways, Pogs
Yeah,
moves
let's-
on.
let's-
Pogs move
so-
on. So anyway,
Pogs is moving on. I'm like, this argument is getting lost. Again, listeners,
soccer ball.
message- reply, are balls toys?
to young
Balls
children,
are toys and
definitely.
soccer balls are
To
toys.
young boys, they,
Oh my
when I was a
God.
kid,
Sure.
it was. I never stopped
Oh
playing with
my
balls.
God.
Yeah. Alright, next pair. We have the Dune toy line from LJN from the 80s, the Lynch movie, and WWF
Oh,
toys.
that's not even
Wrestling
a question.
ring.
WWF through and through and through.
Okay. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
That's a softball.
Easy dub. Easy dub.
All right, next pair. NECA figures.
As
Oh.
So here's a splattering of
okay.
examples. We have
That's
Freddie
a tough one.
Mercury, Freddy Krueger,
these are
Freddie
high, these are
Vortex.
I
high
wish there
quality
was more
figures.
Freddies on here.
Freddy Predator,
Freddy Ninja Turtle.
versus Barbie. Barbie and Barbie's accessories.
Damn. You know, it's
NECA.
funny. I feel like
Barbie.
NECA is like the 25-year-old adults
It
Barbie.
is, it is.
25-year-old white, like adult Barbie.
Adult
you know
nerd
what I mean?
Barbie is
And Barbie
NECA
is
figures.
Barbie. Yeah.
Comes with accessories.
Interchangeable
Comes with hat.
faces and expressions.
So
It is gonna have to be Barbie just for if we're going by staying
Yeah, it
power and
really
what's
is.
you know,
Like
instead of personal preference.
Barbie's just next level
well, so
iconic.
you could choose however you want. Yeah.
No?
All right, next pair. Ooh, this is a fun one. Exo Squad from the 80s. These are cool. I had the purple one right there.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
think
little
I
guy in a mech
vaguely-
suit, and they have like missiles
I
and
don't
shit.
like
It's
what I'm
cool.
seeing. I've never seen them
I
before.
don't know.
Versus
if I
ball in a
might have
cup.
those.
A ball
I'm
in a
going
cup.
ball in a
versus
cup.
Exo
I'm going
Squad.
ball in a cup as well because I've never heard of Exo Squad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Exo Squad. I think you made that up.
Yeah, I drew up all these photos. I made toys myself. All right, you ready for the
Lots of
next
Balder
two?
Cup. I love Balder Cup.
Yeah, let's see the next one.
Next one we have Nerf guns
Ooh.
Oh man.
versus Super Soaker.
Oh, that's
Two
so good.
gun
That is such a good
shaped
question.
toys. Which one's
Fuck,
gonna
I'm
move
going
on?
I'm going Nerf because Nerf also make water guns.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Nerf too
And,
because I
Okay.
really like Nerf stuff. Like what? And also, water guns, like their whole
Mhm.
thing is that you can only use them when it's like nice and sunny outside and shit.
Hot.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
like I'm from the Midwest. Like half of the year, we're all inside the whole time. We're not going outside.
Fucking
So
cold. Yeah.
you can use Nerf guns whenever. You can use Nerf guns in the summer the same way you can use them inside.
You shoot the Super Soaker, it, like freezes mid shot, just turns into like a
Just
sharp, like
spikes
spike
them
at
with
the end.
ice, yeah, like May
Oh,
from
you stabbed
Overwatch.
All
Nice.
right, so Nerf is
Nerf
moving
for
on.
sure.
Oh, this fun. This
Nerf for nothing.
next one I think is a fun one. So we have Transformers the movie line. So these are the toys from the movie, from the
wait.
Michael Bay film. They've got to nerf Transformers, otherwise they probably would have made it all the way to the end.
You
Easily.
think?
True.
Got to nerf them a little. They're still Transformers, though. Okay.
Oh yeah,
They're just
still
from the movie.
Transformers. They still
They're-
do they transform? All, or I guess those ones do.
It's gonna be versus
They do, but they explode. Just kidding.
they,
something
they
versus
do when
something
they were
I like,
when
I
they're
feel.
seeking sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Oh god.
that's true. I
So-
forgot I did gay Optimus Prime in the Valentine's Day episode.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. That's right. I thought you were, yeah. But so we have these
Optimus
Mac
Prime.
characters versus Gundam models.
Oh man.
So we have Gundam, like the anime, the model kits for those versus
Yeah.
Transformers.
I'm gonna have to-
Bay's-
Out of prin-
I'm gonna have to go with Gundam.
Ooh, out of principle, I feel like I have to choose
Ooh.
the Transformers toys because I
Okay.
am not a fan of toys that like are too fragile to be played with. Because it's not really like for me. It's like if you can't play with it, it's not a toy. It's purely a decorative piece. Where
It's like a statue,
yeah, it's a
or something
statue or
almost.
something. Like if you have
Fair,
no
fair.
option to play with it without it like very easily breaking or coming apart. Whereas
Mhm.
like the Transformers toys are meant to be manipulated, they're meant to be transformed.
Oh, yeah.
They
You would
feel
hope.
more toy to me, even if they're from the Michael Bay ones.
Okay.
It's just like yeah.
So that's Gym Leader Nate for Transformers. Gibbledang, where did you stand? Or where are you standing with this?
Gundam.
Gundam. Okay.
You know what? I'm not
So,
gonna take.
ooh.
I'm not gonna take a chance with this one. I'm gonna use my
Okay.
my teal Mytel.
Mytel.
The Mytel.
And
I
so
would like to-
Gym Leader Nate gets to
I would
decide.
like to choose Transformers for sure. Here,
Okay.
Fine.
Sounds good. So we got goodbye models.
I'm gonna
Model
use one of my
kits.
powers round one. First brackets.
That's fine.
Okay.
You still got your has
Got my
been
has
too,
been.
so you can always bring back Transformers or the soccer ball too if you want. Just saying. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
soccer
This
balls
next
in the
one
back
actually is a
pocket.
good. This. Yeah, just where it fits perfectly. This next one is for you 2000s kids out there. We got Mighty Beans.
Oh my god!
You remember
I
these?
forgot about
those were
Mighty
so
Mighty
silly. Those were a fad. Those were
They're
such a
literally
fad.
just jumping beans
Oh my
that,
god.
like made to mimic
Yeah.
jumping beans. Like, that's it.
They were like magnets or something. It was just magnets.
It's like
in there or
weighted.
some
You
shit.
like they go down tracks. You can they move on their own.
That's
So we have
so
Mighty
dumb.
Beans
So
versus
Crazy
stupid.
Buns.
Water
Oh, I was hoping
Wigglies.
for Crazy Buns.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Is that a toy?
It was on the list
It's
when
a
I looked up
water
2000s
toy?
toys, as well as the soccer
I
ball.
always thought that
or
was like
ball
some
were-
weird school supply or something.
They kind of. Yeah, I mean they were on the
You
list
know,
that I
'cause, like-
looked up. So yeah.
I always remember being in elementary school and then some like fucking girl would pull that out like from when she had like all of her pencils and shit like that.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, I have this thing too, and like,
Mhm.
the fuck is that?
I
The other thing, though,
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
beans.
say the beans.
Mighty
At
beans?
least I don't know. I think those water wigglies are so dumb. I don't know. They're like sensory fidget
Yeah.
toys rather than like toys.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'd go with the beans.
Yeah, it's still toys, but yeah.
Give me
So
the
we got
beans.
the-
Fidget spinner better not be on here.
All right, Mighty Beans advances. Ooh, next one, my favorite. Lego Galador. So this is the predecessor to Bionicle. There's a show based on this. I think it had a video game or two.
Is this
You,
night?
like, naturally
a couple
just-
of those.
They're like action figure crossover Lego. Like Lego was trying to do action figures, but with the ability to change pieces
terrifying,
still. So
like mutant people, like
well, you can make them look like mutants, or you can make them look like aliens. It's up to you and your imagination.
You could like swap every part from everybody, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and
So
all
that's
and like
why-
heads and legs and arms and all
okay.
they fit in exchange with each other.
Okay.
So we have Lego Galador versus Todd McFarlane's Spawn Series 1, just the first series, which is I think the like 6 toys you see here.
Yeah, we're doing Spawn,
Yeah, I'm
baby.
going Spawn. Galador
That's
looked
formative.
Okay.
sickening. It made
Damn.
me. It made me honestly hope I was like. It made me hope that I
Yeah.
don't live too long, so that I don't have to carry that memory with me for a long time.
So you don't have to
Like-
see it again. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see this coming down your hall, fucking
Yeah,
run.
Jesus
I'd be
Christ.
scared. If I saw Spawn, I'd give him a high
Yeah,
five.
literally.
Hell yeah.
I'd be like, sick, bro.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so Lego Galador, much like reality, is dead on
Flush that
arrival.
shit down the toilet.
So, next one. This is a fun one, I think, too. They're all so fun. I don't know why they're all fun. Just all toys. But the next one, we have mini mates. You know, your little miniature mates.
Oh my god.
Customizable. Got Transformers.
Mytel.
You know.
I'm using Mytel.
Oh, you're already using the Mytel. Are you really?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
what's the
Well,
other
let
option,
me see.
just
Let me
for
show you what your
curiosity?
other option. Well, I mean,
You know
yeah,
what?
because you
No.
still.
No.
We're not
I'm gonna
using the other option.
So, do you want me to cross it off
No, I
without
need to be able to
tallying,
see
and then
what
I
it
can
is
just
in
move on?
case I want to bring it back to life later.
Well, no, I will show it. But do you want me to show you Gibbledang, or do you want to just take my mini mates?
No, fine. Let's see. Let's see what the other one
Okay.
is.
It's Playmates OG TMNT toys.
Oh, okay.
So old school TMNT.
Yeah, it's mini
Yeah, that's
mates.
fine.
Mini mates. All right.
Yeah.
Fair. Makes sense. No biases here. We have He-Man.
So I didn't use my Mytel, right?
He-Man.
Oh, well, you did.
Or did I?
You
I
did
did?
use
Okay,
it.
fine then.
Yeah, sorry. So He-Man
No, it's okay.
toys
He-Man.
versus
He-Man.
Kenner Aliens and Predator toys.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm going
decided to
Kenner,
lump-
baby.
Kenner baby.
Yeah, I'd still go Kenner too.
He-Man.
He-Man's a little bit too
Or-
before
Alright.
before our time. I feel like it's not quite. We didn't really catch the He-Man train.
Yeah. True. All right, so all these crazy looking aliens and predators are moving on. Ooh, we have Marvel Legends. So those are like what Gibbledang was mentioning earlier, just like, you know, your standard like Marvel character action figures. Pretty, I'd feel like that's, I don't know, this is what I think of when I think of action figures, modern day.
Classic
Versus-
stuff. Yeah.
Todd
get
McFarlane's Movie Maniacs.
Oh, with the crow there and stuff. That feels
There's
targeted.
Crow,
That
Those are fun.
Chucky.
No, this is
That's
all of
bait.
There's Psycho, The Fly, The Thing got one, I think, Ghostface. So, you know, Marvel
That's
Legends,
half
very
of the-
articulative, versus McFarlane's Movie Maniacs, which I will say are not that articulate, comparatively at least.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the Marvel Legends for me.
Oh, really?
Okay. And what
Yeah.
you feeling, Gym Leader Nate?
I was gonna go Marvel Legends too. Honestly, I just don't have as much experience with
Alright.
the other ones. I definitely know Marvel Legends
Yeah.
as opposed to the McFarlane toys. So,
Yeah.
definitely still gonna be Marvel Legends.
All right. Cool. So we will have Marvel Legends moving on. So we have 4 more pairs. Stay tuned. Stay with us. You're almost through. So this next pair we have Polly Pocket and Mighty Max, kind of boy-girl version of the same toy.
These were so cool. Oh,
I had a bunch because of my older brothers, but I had a bunch of these. It was
I had
weird.
both because my
Like I was like,
Wait,
why?
were Mighty Max really the boy version?
marketing wise,
Basically.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Same
Interesting.
concept, different company took it
Essentially
and said,
they're the
"What if
same.
we made this for dude?"
Oh, is it different? I honestly thought it was the same company
Oh,
too.
I didn't
But yeah.
assume, but it might be.
I I don't know. But yeah, so we have Polly Pocket / Mighty Max versus.
The new Oozinator Blaster from Super Soaker. Major pumping required. Refill sold separately.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's a
That's
gun.
gross.
It is like a Super Soaker that shoots out goo, and the commercial is very suggestive and kind of gross.
Ew.
So don't pick
Goo
that
or
one, please.
ooze?
Huh?
I'm going with the Polly
Yeah.
Pockets because I used to chew on the little rubber clothes because my sister used to buy those all the time, and I remember like,
And
just,
they
like,
taste
chewing
pretty
on the
good.
clothes all the time.
Tastes like ooze.
They did.
Yeah.
They were like they felt good on my teeth.
That reminds me of
Yeah.
like the reason why I keep saying flush that down the toilet to a lot of these toy ideas is when I was a little kid, that's what I did. I did that with a lot of my toys when I was little.
I love the idea of trying to flush an Oozinator, this like gun-sized toy. Just come on.
My dad, our toilet broke, and my dad took apart the toilet and took it into the backyard, and he calls me
God.
into the backyard as he just starts pulling toys out of the broken toilet.
Nathan,
Look
why
at
is there an
this.
Oozinator in the toilet?
God damn, how'd you get this shit in here? It's all
God damn
oozed
it,
up
how'd
the
you get
toilet
in
water.
goddamn toilet?
I remember that was crazy.
I knew it because whenever I flushed, the ooze
Like
comes
the
out.
timing of my sentience was really off there because I have no memories of flushing the toys down the toilet,
So good.
but I was conscious enough
That's
to
when you-
remember when I got in trouble for it because it happened years later when the toilet finally broke because they had been like sitting down
Yeah, the
there
trauma.
forever.
The trauma. Remember the trauma of getting in trouble and yelled at for.
yeah, it's probably just that. Probably just normal
Hey,
reasons.
You know what? You're a kid. Toilet. It's like, oh, this is where
Yeah,
the
that's where the
toys
toys
go. It
go,
makes
I'm
sense,
just saying.
obviously. Yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely
All
going
right,
with
we have
Polly
an-
Pocket and
All right.
Max.
Ooze on out of here, Oozinator. Get out of here, you gross, weird gun.
Who's on my
All right. Next pair, we have another early 2000s throwback. We got the iDog. Remember this bad boy? This little
Lame.
robot dog.
I remember you could get
Versus-
those in McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, and they're so crappy. But yeah, so we have iDog versus Crazy Bones.
Oh, Crazy
I
Bones,
heard
Crazy
you,
Bones,
Gym Leader
Crazy
Nate.
Bones, 100%. Let's go.
Oh my
Crazy
god!
These pieces of plastics
I love
that are
Crazy
just.
Bones.
just unlocked. Oh my god!
That's why I put
dude,
the pictures
am
because I was like, if I say Crazy Bones,
tripping. Oh my god!
Well, I will say,
remember this.
I'm
This
glad
is
everyone
I was
has
crazy.
waiting for
I had this
I,
too.
I,
I had-
mentioned
I had-
this earlier. I was waiting for this. I was like, when's
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
Bones coming?
when I heard that, I was like, ooh, just you wait. Yeah, I had a bunch of these as a kid too, and I didn't even know the name of them until I was like making this list. I was like, oh, what the fuck is Crazy Bones? I was like, oh, these.
Yeah.
I remember like you stack them or
I
something. Like
remember
it's
those. I
they're just
loved
pieces of
those.
plastic,
It's
really,
kind of like
with goofy
the
faces.
game you play is kind of like it's kind of like a mixture between like marbles and like
Wasn't it Bones?
and bones. Yeah, kind of. It's like
Hmm?
that. It's like because you were trying to make stacks of them.
Okay.
While you would put one down
Mm-hmm.
and you would flick it at the other person's stack to try and like knock it down, and
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, yeah, I never knew the game, so that's why I was like, I just had them, and I was like, these are funny faces, haha.
I played with those in
That's
school.
crazy.
We played 4 keeps.
Oh,
When you lost Crazy Bones,
Oh,
the other
nice.
person got to take one of the bones that they had captured in the game, and they get to keep it.
and keep
so
it.
we played 4 keeps.
Damn.
It was.
That would have pissed off some kids.
Oh, it
for
pissed
sure.
me off. I was livid. But then I scored a bunch of extra ones, and I was feeling way better.
All right, so what are we feeling? Crazy Bones or
Crazy
iDog?
Bones.
Crazy Bones
1000%.
all the way.
All right, I figured. I just wanted to double
A
check.
simple but beautiful concept.
Second to last pair. Bratz dolls, these like Barbies that with like no nose. I guess they have noses, but they're versus Bionicle.
Oh, not even a choice.
That sucks.
I know.
Bionicle. Sorry, Bratz, but Bionicle's
No,
way
no.
too cool. It's so fucking fire.
Yeah.
This is the Lego thing I
I-
had the most of was Bionicles, hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I had a bunch
Played
of
all
these.
the
I loved
games. Oh,
I love these like the like a xenomorphier ones, like this green one up here. I forget the name of these ones, but they're like the non-human, or they are like hunched over. I had a bunch of those ones, especially with, like the
they
spears.
had like parasites in them.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I remember those guys.
Toanavu?
Oh, so cool. Bionicle.
Is it Toanavu?
Oh,
I don't know, but Bionicle did get sued by like
Yeah.
the fucking country of New Zealand for
Yeah.
just blatantly stealing, not
Their
blatantly stealing,
words.
but basically taking like from Maori culture.
Yeah, so I would be careful with what you're trying to say.
Noted. Bad Bionicle.
Just kidding,
But they're
yeah.
still cool, so they're moving on. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's just fucking get smarter with that. But all right, last pair, and then we'll move on to our second round. Don't forget, you both have a has-been each.
Mhm.
So you've each used your My Tale, but you still have has
Not very useful. Not very useful.
we
in the
have-
first round.
Yeah,
Now
just reminders.
My head canon is that all the Bionicles are New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, it's me. I'm just here
No,
to help you.
I'm red one.
I'm
They all,
Toanavu. I'm the
they
red
all
one.
sound like.
Oh, it's me, the white one.
You know what I hate actually is I saw I think there's like the game or the movie, and they're fucking like surfer bros, and I'm like, I don't like those voices for them. I don't
The
like
movie.
this. That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
That's like the opposite.
Well, I think only the red one's a surfer.
Okay, but I just remember that being the thing, and I was like, I hate this voice.
He surfs
It
on
must be-
lava.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Like, definitely don't have the blue one surf on water. I guess I don't know.
Well,
All right.
She's a lady.
Well, I didn't say she wasn't. I just said don't make the
What?
blue one.
He just said the blue.
Well, the blue one's a
He
lady.
just said the blue
Okay.
one.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
her
say-
thing.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
say anything.
The red one surfs.
So we got
the white
Boppets
one has-
versus the Spy Kids thumb person toy. This specific toy versus Bop. And
I mean,
different
Bop
Boppet.
It for sure. I loved Bop It. What?
You sure?
Why did you
Although-
put the thumb
although if
toy
it-
on here?
Because there was the thumb
Although
people
if
from
it-
Tech Deck. I thought it was funny. Have two thumb.
If
thumb
it was
toys.
the thumbs, if it was an actual fight versus the thumbs versus the Bop It, the thumbs would probably win that fight
Yeah, they
easily.
have so many thumbs to
yeah,
bop
yeah,
it with.
yeah, they could bop. They could
They
bop
just
it
go
hella
bop.
easy.
Pull
Bop,
it.
bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. All right, gents.
Good first round. Good first round.
Yeah. All right, you ready for the second round?
Mhm.
Sorry if you guys are picking up the background noise of someone doing donuts by my house.
Nice. No, they're not sharing?
Nah, unfortunately.
All right.
They're hogging all the donuts.
Damn it. All right, gentlemen. So here's our we're on the second rounds. So we have Lego Life on Mars versus the Kenner Star Wars.
Kenner Star
Kenner
Wars
Star
pretty
Wars.
easily. Yeah, that's
Next,
pretty much gonna just go right away. Yeah. Past a lot of
Okay.
people, I feel like.
And yeah, that's fair. It's a little bit more broader, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. So we have Beanie Babies versus Beyblades.
Ooh.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies for
I gotta
Gibbledang.
lead towards Beyblade because when I'm on the fence, which one is more of a toy rather than a collectible? I go Beyblades because Beanie Babies were great and they were prolific, but they really were something to sit around and look at. Whereas Beyblades were a toy.
You've swayed me. Beyblades.
Nice. Let's go.
Beyblades. We getting the Beyblades late. All right. Spinning forward.
Let her rip.
Ooh. Hot Wheels and Pogs. So Hot Wheels toys and Pogs and their slammers.
Sorry,
and,
Poggers.
Yeah, the themed
Sorry,
Pogs.
Poggers.
Yeah, it's gonna have
Gotta
to be Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels is so great.
No
Yeah,
Poggers?
no. Oh man, I
Dang
remember.
it.
No
I remember
poggers.
setting up. God, do you guys remember the best Hot Wheels track you ever set up? Like real talk. I remember a sick,
No, I didn't really have too many tracks, to be
I had the
honest. I had mostly
accelerators,
cars.
Just some
like
swirly
the little like
volcano stuff.
Oh, I did have that once, or like somewhere I went. That was cool. Where you like and it like fucking blasts. Those are cool.
I
or
had
the
some
machine
volcano
ones.
ones like that or something like that.
Nice.
Where it's like it spirals. They shoot stuff that shoots them out of like out of a ramp or some
that's
shit.
fire.
Yeah. I forget someone had like a motorized one where when it goes through it, like it's like a spinning wheel. So when it goes through, it hits that wheel and it
That's
goes
what
like
I had. Yeah,
fucking
and you
5
could buy
miles an hour.
accelerators.
That
And
was
when
so
you
cool.
buy, because we would get like just the blank tracks that were just different shapes and stuff, rather than the big sets. And we would get a
Mhm.
lot of the blank tracks, and then my dad got a couple of accelerators, so that we could just kind of make our own tracks around the house with it. Oh, that was prime single dad years. That shit was great.
Single dad.
It was
Best
only
years.
like 1.5 years, but like still, it's like, oh, those Hot Wheels 6 months that slapped.
Still, honestly, the nostalgia, I'm sure. All right, we have WWF toys and Barbie. Hi, Ken. Hi, Rock.
I think it's Barbie still.
Hi, John Cena. I can't see.
Yeah, that's a sad one because I personally
right.
I think I like the wrestlers more, but again, in terms of being like toys that are just monumental to the entire topic, it's got to be Barbie.
Yeah. Like if this was like the toy to represent all toys,
Barbie's going to be basically up there as one of the toys to represent all toys. That's for sure.
To be fair, that's not what the list is. Like the
True,
best
toys.
Just the best. Let's see all, but just
objectively, you have to be like that has to be a good toy for so many people to like it.
True. Can't wait for Crazy Bones to win this at the end. Come on, let's go. Versus, was it going to be Crazy Beans or Mighty Beans? Yeah. All right, we have which one? What was it? Oh, sorry. We have Ball in a Cup and Nerf.
I love the meme, but Nerf got to go forward. Like, it's Nerf or nothing, baby.
Okay, Nerf and nothing. We have the Transformers movie line versus Mighty Beans. It's the make or break.
I mean, Transformers 100.
I'm gonna say
Wait,
Mighty
hold
Beans.
on.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying Mighty
no,
Beans.
you're not.
Okay.
You're gonna ruin this. No.
All right. Do you want me to decide then? I will say I'm gonna go Mighty Beans because
of course.
I would rather have. I would rather have. Oh shit.
Oh, so sad. At least it's not technically the Transformers that I played with, so I'm not as crushed. You know,
that's why
it's not Beast Wars.
Exactly.
So
yeah, it's not Gen 1 or anything, so it's not the real Transformers. It doesn't matter.
I feel you.
Yeah, what is
It's all
really
like
mad?
It does include those.
It's all
But
society.
it does include those new ones where you can just be like, "Hey, Grimlock, transform," and then he does it, and it's like you don't have to touch anything. Those new ones are crazy.
I don't think that one counts though. That wouldn't be part of the
count, 'cause
movie.
That's only Gen 1.
Yeah, not the Michael Bay movie line at least. We have
So it's good. It still exists.
we have Spawn Toys, the Generation 1, Series 1, whatever, versus Mini Mates.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm gonna go
Mini
Spawn
Mates.
Toys.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, this is a tough one for me.
Spawn Toys.
Oh man.
You know what? I think I'm also gonna go Spawn Toys.
Okay, you really?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Honestly, that was a tough one for me. I legit don't know which one I would have picked because I'm like, they're both just so
Honestly,
different.
that's what I was going at. I wanted to see what your opinions were.
Pick. To be fair, I feel like I would probably pick Spawn Toys just because I'm like, it's this Gen 1, so it's very limited. But I'm like, they're so cool looking. And it's like nostalgia. Those were the toys I was never allowed to have as a kid that I always wanted. That now as an adult, I want to buy, but I'm just like, let's just, again, slippery slope. Let's not go down that road. Okay. Ooh, this is a tough one. We have the Kenner Aliens and Predators and Marvel Legends.
Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep that one pretty clear. Yeah. Marvel Legends is pretty sick.
All right. Fair. Marvel Leg Ends.
Absolutely.
Then we have Polly Pocket Mighty Max and Crazy Bones.
Crazy Bones. I mean, that's...
I'm going to have to go Polly Pocket.
Unfortunate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So... they're both pretty bad.
I mean, no. Polly Pocket's got those like rubber clothes that you could chew on, and like the little sets that you could open and close. The best part about Polly
Pocket was that
non-toxic.
My parents, like, I'm not sure it was my parents or grandparents, but we got bought like, I got the Mighty Max, and my sisters got Polly Pockets, and both of them didn't want them, and so really I got a Mighty
You would
Max and
end up
2
with
Polly
them.
Pockets.
Ooh, nice, good combo.
And so I loved them.
And that meant Mighty Max got to hang
Yeah,
out
I
with all
mean,
the
the Mighty
girls.
Maxes got to chill out with the Pocket Girls at the cafeteria.
Oh, yeah. I think for this one, the judges have decided Polly Pocket will advance. Sorry, Crazy Bones. As much as I was like, also it'd be funny to have Crazy Bones move on.
So sad.
I'm like, I did have Crazy Bones. I had both, but Mighty Max, I always had because they were hand-me-downs for my brothers. I had the case, the little bases. I never had the characters. So I'm like, I don't have the nostalgia for the little characters, although that's like, but yeah. So
I had
Mighty Max.
the Power Ranger equivalent of those, where it was like a big
that's cool.
set you could open up, and there'd be like mini Power Rangers
I
in
like
there.
that.
That's cool. I didn't know they did that.
That's
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
All right. Next round, or last of the second round, we have Bionicle and Bop It.
Bionicle, yeah. Bop It's fun.
Yeah.
It's gimmicky, but Bionicle is just... That was so sick. It's such a unprecedented time in my young life.
Bop It's fun for like an hour at most, but then like if you get a Bionicle, you build it, and then you're like, fuck, I want another one, and then that's another day of another Bionicle.
And I combined mine all the time. I would make all these different things out of like combining them and making them into like combo creatures, like
the
like
Galador.
what Galador was, but just in a less visually terrifying way.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Galador, I think, is the predecessor to Bionicle, because like the conceit was we want action figures that kids can build, and I think they were like, it was like a stepping stone to get to Bionicle.
Makes sense.
Okay, so we have 2 more rounds that which you each can use your has-been, and then it'll be the final round. So just letting y'all know.
Okay.
So for this
through
third
this.
round, we have Star Wars and Beyblades. So Kenner's Star Wars versus Beyblades. Baby Blades.
Star Wars.
As it's pronounced. Ooh, silence.
Are you gonna say Beyblade? Because then I'll say Beyblade
Because
too.
I like. Now I'm getting to the point where like something being important in toys in general is now we're getting to the level of
Versus,
toys where I don't
like,
care
nostalgia.
anymore, and I just love those Beyblades so much.
You can pick however you want
I'm
to
going
pick.
Beyblades. I gotta go
Beyblades?
Beyblades.
And Gibbledang, are you switching to Beyblades, or are you sticking Star Wars?
No, I'm going Star Wars.
So,
Ooh,
alright.
okay.
Alright.
And I will say Beyblades are going to move on in this, because again, I didn't really play them that much as a kid. Or I didn't play them at all as a kid. I played them like once as an adult.
Mhm.
And Star Wars, I had some cool Star Wars toys. I remember having like a lot of fun with a lot of them. All right. Ooh, this is a really big wow. All right. We have Hot Wheels
Really?
and Barbie. Those are some 2 big toys.
Damn. Mattel, I believe, right? Or no? Yeah, Mattel.
I think Mattel for
Mattel
Mattel
Oh, you can
has
use your
one.
has-been. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Which one do you want to
'cause this is our
replace,
last- this
and
is
which
the last
one
one
are
we
you?
can use has been on, right?
Yeah. Sorry, this is the last round.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
So you could pick which one you don't want and which one you want to replace it with from the graveyard.
Yeah. This late on, I'm actually gonna swap Barbie for Crazy Bones. I'd
Okay.
like to swap Barbie
Cool.
for Crazy Bones, please.
Wait. Oh yeah, Crazy Bone is out. Okay. Yeah. So sounds good.
Okay.
So now, gents, it's Hot Wheels versus Crazy Bones.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Gibbledang?
Let's go crazy. Crazy Bones.
Crazy Bones?
Crazy Bones?
Okay.
Yep. Crazy
why
Bones.
not?
100%. Moving forward.
Crazy Bones all the way, baby. Okay. Oh, I was like, where does this one before? We have Nerf and Mighty Beans. Nerf
Nerf.
and Mighty Beans.
Yeah, Nerf.
Those
Yeah,
little
100%
jumping
Nerf.
beads.
Yep.
All right.
Without a
Fair.
boob.
I had a good fight. Mighty Beans went further than I expected, so I'm glad. This is a fun one. I know which one's going to win, but we have Spawn, Todd McFarlane's Spawn Series 1, again, those 6 toys, and Marvel Legends, a bunch of toys.
Yeah, Marvel Legends, yeah. Easy.
Marvel
Easy.
Legends.
Flush the Spawn down
Fair.
the toilet. Kerflush.
Ooh, okay. Now we have Polly Pocket / Mighty Max.
Nathaniel, what did I tell you about flushing the fucking toys down the toilet
God.
again?
God damn it! I found a goddamn second Oozinator.
Now I'm an adult now, and that means I've reserved this toilet for toys.
for toy. It is a toilet.
It's a toilet.
You put all your crazy bones
So let
in the
me
back
flush
tub.
my toys down.
Toys. Yeah. You lift the back, it's like filled with like Barbies, crazy bones, Polly Pockets. So yeah, we have Polly Pocket Mighty Max and versus the titular Bionicle. Bionicle.
Bionicle.
Bionicle.
Bionicle.
That's fair. All right. Ooh, this is gonna be okay. So there's gonna be a
Spicy.
bye for this round,
Okay.
but this is gonna lead to
Dude,
the
what do you
final
mean?
round. So one of these is gonna move
So
forward.
this is the second to last? Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. So you can still use your has been this round.
Ooh, and it won't get a buy, and it has to go
and
up
that's
against whatever your has-been is instead.
Oh, could be.
Mm.
So I've already selected which one will be on the buy. I'll keep that a secret for now. But let's go Beyblades, Crazy Bones. Which one of these two will progress?
Oh, I forgot about how...
I'm gonna use my has-been.
Oh, okay.
What, use has been? Okay. So
Yeah.
which one would you like to get rid of?
I'm gonna replace Crazy Bones with Soccer Ball.
All right. Soccer ball. Something that's played all around the world was replacing the thing from the early 2000s that most people forgot they have or had.
All right, wow.
What was
So
the
we have
second
soccer.
thing?
We have soccer ball versus Beyblades.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna go
Soccer Ball.
Beyblades, please.
No,
I
I think-
refuse to let
All right.
know. That means Dala chooses.
Well,
You should have just picked Soccer Ball.
I see. That's the thing. I would love to pick soccer ball because of the tooth and the gaff. But I am an unbiased judge, and I do have to pick the one I like the least. And I would rather have a soccer ball than a
Let's
Beyblade.
go,
To be fair,
Beyblade lives.
you should have changed Beyblades. I'm sorry.
Beyblades.
Wait, if you changed Beyblades,
Oh,
would, you
shit.
have, would you have instead picked soccer because soccer's worse than
Soccer
Crazy
ball?
Bones to you?
Oh yeah, dude, Crazy Bones are sick, dude. Talking
See,
about. No, soccer ball would have made it all the way, my man's. Okay, so this is gonna be the last of this round, which will lead to
Can
the
the
ball.
thumbnail just be a Soccer Ball?
It's just
The soccer
deciding on the
episode.
best toy ever made, and it's just a
Soccer balls are
Just
toys.
a picture of a
is the
soccer
title.
ball. It's a what? Yeah, the episode title is "Toys, Best Toys of All Time," and the picture is just
a soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
the soccer ball one may surprise you.
Apparently, shit.
Give it, like you give it away by saying it's a soccer ball, but you're like the soccer ball may surprise you.
Yeah, you might be surprised by option number 17. It's a soccer ball. Okay, we have Nerf versus Marvel Legends.
Nerf.
Action figure versus
Marvel
gun
Legends.
toy.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I say Nerf for sure.
This is gonna be a tough one. Okay, because again, these are very vastly different toys.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do I like?
One
least?
glorifies violence.
You superheroes don't glorify violence.
No, they say
They also have mini
What do they
guns.
save the day with?
I-
What do they use to save the day?
Intellect,
Peace and talking, or is it
their
fighting?
abilities. What superhero are you talking
All of
about?
All of them ever?
The greater good.
Yeah, I'm going Nerf, so it's up to you, Dala.
I think I'm gonna have Marvel Legends advance
Oh.
because I do like Nerfs. I have a big Nerf under my bed. It's a Gatling gun that I spent time saving up for.
Oh, yeah.
I have a one or
That one's
two
for
Marvel
home
Legends,
intruders.
but yeah, scare them off. So Marvel will prevail, just because. Also, I'm like the Marvel stuff's cool, but I think there's just too much that I want to collect that I don't collect any of it. So it's too
There
overwhelming.
you
All right. So Bionicle's going to move on to the bye
go.
week.
Ooh, nice.
And so that
They
means
deserve the bye.
Bionicle versus Bionicle and Marvel Legends. Which one's going to move up to the final round?
Okay. I mean, personally, my favor is still towards Bionicles. I play with them a lot more. I got to do a lot more with them.
Same.
They're
Fair.
just they're just
Fair.
too radical.
Yeah, and the Marvel Legends glorify violence, and I'm not really about
Yeah,
that.
where the
so-
Bionicle.
But the Bionicles are apparently racist.
Yeah, true. But at least in
Yeah,
all of their like
that's
TV
okay.
like intros and stuff, they never showed them like fighting a whole
Yeah.
lot in the advertisements. They would just kind of show them moving around the island in their Bionicle ways.
Mhm.
Look, racism I could tolerate, but violence is too much.
Exactly.
Oh my god, great community line.
So which is it, Marvel or Bionicle?
Bionicle. For sure.
Bionicle.
Bionicle.
For
Alright.
sure,
Just
and
double
7
checking,
years
just
ago.
double checking. Okay, so that means we're for our final round, gentlemen. In fact, maybe one of these properties will become the next, big hit Barbie movie. Toy made into movie.
That'd be nice.
Potentially, produces. Yeah, we have Beyblades versus the Bionicle. B versus B. Bay versus Bi.
Man.
Bay Bi. Who's
Man.
Oh,
is going
Bionicle.
forward? Bionicle, we got for
But I would
Gibbledang.
love to see a soccer the movie. Soccer ball the movie. Oh, it'd be like there'd be like a magic soccer ball.
Yeah.
So it's a magic soccer ball that like it's the first soccer ball
Oh,
ever
it's
made.
like Mike.
Oh
and,
yeah. It has like. Okay.
Yeah. So
It's like the spirit
it's
of the
like-
guy that made it or something.
It's got the spirit of the guy that made it, and it's like the dude's like great grandfather, and like he's a down on his luck like soccer player who's like trying to win the championship, and then he finds this old ball, and his like teammates are like, you can't win. This is all in Brazil. It's like
Yeah,
you can't
obviously.
win. That ball is so stupid. Like that's an old ball. And then the ball's like, don't listen to them, son. You could do whatever you want to. And when he first kicks the ball, like it flies around the city and stuff.
It goes in the goal or something. It's like a Capri Sun commercial, just fucking flying around. Just
Oh, dude.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be a perfect movie.
Yeah, that's the
Soccer ball.
have you seen that
yeah.
Have you seen the anime about that the soccer like team where the guy like he'll kick the ball while standing on it and he'll fly forward like steering the ball? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's so fucking hilarious.
What is that?
It's like
It
Captain
also
something.
reminds me of like Shaolin soccer
Ooh,
too.
yeah. Shaolin Soccer is
yeah.
great. All right. Well, I'm going.
I just want to see the
I'm going Beyblade here.
I want to see
by the
Crazy
way.
Bones movie. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going soccer ball again.
Okay, so I think you said Bionicle,
Yeah.
right? Gibbledang?
Yeah.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I have to pick this final
You
one.
do. You do have to pick this final one.
And I feel bad because it's just it's
Leave it up to fate.
I guess it's your
consistently
choice what
Yeah.
the best thing is.
again, it's just a matter of I haven't really had Beyblades growing up, so it's just I guess
At
that's
this
somehow
point,
is the
it's
best.
it's a win-win, really. So I'm fine with it.
The best choice. It's a lose-lose, really, for most.
Not for me.
I'll tell you, that fucking sucks.
That Bionicle gets to be the best toy. Or no, sorry, Beyblade does.
No,
Beyblade,
Beyblade is
technically.
the best toy.
The best.
In my
toy
heart of
ever
hearts,
let
the one I
it
like the best
rip.
out of those. Come on,
That's
Tom, you don't
so
want to see the
lame.
Bionicle. I mean, the
So,
Beyblade movie.
I think what you're saying is
Out the
Beyblade has
ballpark.
taken its rightful place at the top of the toy list, and they should make a live-action Beyblade movie, and it would be rad.
I don't know. I'm just really excited about the soccer ball movie and what that would look like.
Oh man, Crazy
Yeah, I hear
Bones,
it's
the
also
movie.
going to have the Crazy Bones movie.
Yeah.
It's all in the same universe.
All the Crazy Bones are like
You guys-
trolls, where like they like move around and they talk and stuff, but they also have to like smack into each other for some reason.
You don't want to see Water Wigglies the movie either? What the hell?
No, no thank you.
That gooey.
That sounds awful.
No one wants to see that.
Willem Dafoe's The Soccer Ball.
Ooh.
Don't
What's
worry,
his name?
you
Is
just have to believe in yourself, Johnny.
name is-
Now kick me as hard as you can.
I'm Thomas Soccerthin, and I made the soccer ball.
You got your bones ready, a friend with bones too. So play those crazy bones, that's what you gotta do. Kids go crazy for crazy bones. The collectible, tradable, playable new craze. With crazy
Listeners, so you've witnessed glory. We found that Beyblades are the best toy ever, and will be. But I'm curious to hear what your choices would have been, listeners. So if you have, you can always reach us. Why don't we, switch over to plugs, and you can always reach out to us at nodumbidea@gmail and let us know, or also the No Dumb Idea Instagram and let us know which toy you think would have won in your bracket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else can the people find y'all, fine gentlemen?
Yeah, GymleaderNate on everything. If you need to find me, hopefully going to start doing more streaming stuff again soon. I've been looking into that, so I think I'm going to finally maybe more YouTube based. But yeah, so keep on the lookout. GymleaderNate.
Nice.
Nice.
Keep on the watch. Gibbledang. I'll be posting some customs. Different things that I'm working on. I'll be filming the Soccer Ball, the movie adaptation.
You're writing.
I'll be starring in that with Willem Dafoe. I'll be directing and producing
Nice.
as well.
I'll help out. I'll be catering.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun.
Nice.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Get out.
Go
with
get
your
some
toys.
Beyblades. Yeah, go get some
Get
Beyblades.
Beyblades
Yeah.
now. This was actually sponsored by Beyblade.